beast mix. I got the key to winning, I'm the locksmith.
I want to create something that sticks out. We want to create something that's new, that's something fresh. You know, and that's kind of the whole mantra of trap luxury. We want to clash the two different words and the two different cultures and put them all together. It's the biggest luxury street brand that ever came.
I am the illest you gotta deal with. She blew my brains out, she a real crip.
My name is Gabe, and I am the CEO and creator of Trap Luxury. I grew up, born and raised in the heart of Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi. To describe my upbringing, it was pretty solid. Grew up in a two-parent home, mom, dad, sister, little brother. Dad was in the Marines. Mom was a teacher and still is a teacher. So it's been a pretty solid upbringing. They made sure they stay on top of me as far as graduating and grades and things of that nature. My dad's always had the hustler mentality, so that's kind of where things kind of came into play, especially when it came to starting the business and striving in the business. So I would say as a kid, I was always creative. It was more so I had started off with a passion of music. I was in band pretty much my whole life, really since middle school and things of that nature. So I've always been creative as a kid, but more so I started leaning into starting my brand in college. And I would say it really started kicking off in the beginning of the 2020. Living in Jackson, you know, one of the blackest cities in America, is really, if you make it out of Jackson, I feel like you can really make it anywhere. So they kind of strived me to start a business because we didn't really see too many people that had clothing brands based out of Jackson. So we decided just to shoot out on that opportunity and take advantage of it and try to create a trend and, you know, give something for the youth to be inspired by, you know, seeing people from Jackson, born and raised, and they're still living there, having something that's really successful. So the main thing that inspires me to design clothes is I want to create something that sticks out. You know, that's our whole, you know, matter of business. We want to create something that's new, that's something fresh that not only people from the quote unquote streets can wear, but someone who 5-star dines a lot and 5-star hotels a lot can wear too. You know, and that's kind of the whole mantra of trap luxury. We want to clash the two different words and the two different cultures and put them all together and just, you know, make something that's really, really like special. So the crazy part about it, if you were to ask me now what I went to school for, I went to school and got my bachelor's degree in biochemistry, so it had nothing to do with anything creative. But I just, like I said, I've always been creative my whole life. I really didn't start getting into creating things graphic wise until college, more so around my freshman year. I used to do flyers and things of that nature for different organizations and party groups and things. So in the year 2020, you know, I was in class and I got bored and I just started designing something. I was on my phone. I started everything off of my phone, and my friends were like, you need to put on a t-shirt. So that kind of kick drived everything in. I started looking up and researching, you know, starting a clothing brand and things of that nature. Plenty of hours on YouTube, plenty of hours on Google, you know, plenty of hours on Instagram, just trying to get the whole ideology of starting a business in general. I knew I can create clothes, but I needed to know how to start a business professionally. We started off as Take Risk, Apply Pressure. That was the brand's name originally, and you know, just like the name, I just took a risk and, you know, apply pressure.
My name is Ace. Some people know me as Demetrius, but I am the creative director of Trap Luxury. I'm also just Gabe's close friend and partner. So yeah, I failed at my own brand, if we're gonna be honest. I wouldn't even say I failed, but I realized that I needed help and more help that I could give myself. So I knew Gabe. Me and Gabe have been friends for forever, and he was working on his own brand, and I was going to him for tips and ideas and how to get things done. And I was just like, instead of asking him for tips and how to figure stuff out, what if we just work together and work on our own brand? That way I can devote as much time as I can, and it'll help benefit him as much as it can. So that's what ended up happening. I failed on my own and reached out for a friend, and he helped me.
Originally, you know, when I started off by myself, it's hard to have a brand by yourself. A lot of people don't realize when you're doing everything on your own, such as creating orders, creating your product, staying up late, packaging, things of that nature, it gets really hard. So with me bringing him in, it kind of took a lot of the stress off my plate, you know, giving me a second opinion on things, creative insight and things of that nature. So it was definitely well needed on the creative side of things.
Gabe gives me free reign to be as creative and as crazy as I would like to be at times. So I may bring Gabe 1,000 ideas. He will shoot down 900 of them, but the 100 that we have left are always great. I'm a very free person. So like I said, Gabe is he sorts through my ideas. So when it came to the photo shoot idea, I was like, man, what are we missing? And it was like Ralph Lauren. I look at Ralph Lauren a lot because their brand encompasses a lot of items, not just clothes. It's bags, belts, things like that. So I was wondering, like, what do they do to help them? And what they did was they have professional photo shoots. They have models. They take their time. They're a little more business and not so much as friends working on a brand. So I was like, let's take a step and do some real business, hire some real photographers, get some real models, and let's get a real photo shoot together. And that's really what it was. I looked at the people and the brands before us and was just like, what did they do that makes them look a little more official? Me and Gabe worked on another business venture in high school. I'm gonna just shoot by it. With that business, I was the creative director for that too. But during that business, I learned how to do photography. I learned how to shoot videos. I learned basic editing and things like that. And it became something that I've always liked doing, not so much for money, but I like doing it as a creator. I'm a mass communication major, which is, I'm proud to say I'm using my degree. A lot of people can't say it, but I also took photography as a elective. So just learning like traditional photography, the correct terminology, how to work cameras was very beneficial for the brand now. I've been a creative my whole life, and I've been wanting to do videos and direct videos and photography, and it just comes natural at this point. We're trying to push as much content as we can. It helps us stay a little relevant, gives I don't like to call them fans or supporters, but it gives our customers a little something to look forward to. I don't want the brand to just be a brand. I want you to be able to look at the brand and relate to the brand. Like, this is Gabe, this is Ace, this is the type of people they are. I like them and I'll support them. Not so much as, ooh, they have nice clothes. A lot of people have nice clothes, but a lot of people, you can't say you like them as a person. And that's what I be trying to push. I want the behind the scenes to show our shoppers that, hey, these are nice people. These are really cool people. Like, these people do a lot of creative things. And if I can show them that, I can bring them in to buy more things. It's just, if you're familiar with people and relatable with people, they tend to be a little more likely to spend money with you and trust you with supporting. So that's really what it is.
Work relationship wise, I mean, it's really like our friendship. Like, we'll just hit each other at random parts of the day. Hey, I seen this, and we'll send it to each other, things like that. You know, we'll tell each other what we like and what we don't like. And that's a good thing about having a good business partner. They can actually give you a true insight. They're not just telling you what you want to hear. They're telling you what you need to hear and just giving you a different perspective of everything. So our business relationship is really similar, very, very similar to our friendship, because we literally do the same thing. He's really been a big plus with the brand, as far as really he pushes me to really just step out. You know, a lot of the things that we've been having going on, such as our latest photo shoot and things of that nature, without him suggesting those things and pushing us to do those things would probably not have been done. So
we have been through a lot. Woo-hoo, life, I tell you. Me and Gabe met each other elementary school, middle school, high school. We went to different colleges, but even at different colleges, we still kept in touch, still talk to each other. I call him every now and then. What's crazy is I would see his pops out more than I would see Gabe, and I'll just talk to his dad for like 30 minutes in the middle of a Sam's aisle, and we'll just chop it up. But no, it's our business relationship is our friendship. I don't take anything he tells me personal, so it don't really bother me when he shoots my ideas down, because he explains it. He's realistic with, hey, this is why we can't do it. This. Cool. I hit the drawing board and I come up with something different. So whenever it comes down to business decisions, I trust him, he trusts me, and it's just understandable. We communicate well, and we don't take when we tell each other no as a personal dig. To be honest, I'm inspired by a lot of old movies. I watch movies probably all day, and it's just certain angles, certain camera techniques. Christopher Nolan, the director of Dark Knight, is probably one of my favorite. Oppenheimer is really good, but he doesn't overdo it. Like Michael Bay is a real big over the top director, but Christopher Nolan is more cinema. So when it comes to marketing, I market more cinema. If you see cinema things come from Trap Luxury, my hands were probably on it. Gabe does a lot of marketing as well too, videos. He does a little more current and Trap Luxury, or more trap, I put it that way, more street era. Mine is more cinema, and it's a good little balance. We lean on each other, but mine is more, my marketing is, I like to make movies. I like to make the brand look like something that's really, really important, which I feel like it is.
So the Daniel Gafford story. So this is actually not our first time having a celebrity or, you know, somebody of a certain stature wear our stuff. If I can recall, the first person to ever wear Trap Luxury was rapper Ceddy Hendrix.
Shout out Trap Luxury, man, the best in the city. And I ain't just saying that just to say that. Trap Luxury.
So shout out to him. I hope you see the interview. But yeah, he was the first person to actually wear our stuff. So I don't remember verbatim, but I know that Daniel's stylist reached us on our Instagram page, our business page, and we get different messages like that a lot of times where, you know, people are quote unquote stylists or, you know, work with certain celebrities or athletes and things of that nature, but it don't really, you know, it don't really be that. But, you know, he reached out. So this is kind of a time where we were, you know, more so being open to expanding our brand. So, you know, I communicated with him some, and he basically, you know, told me, yeah, I'm Daniel Gafford stylist. So, you know, I knew who Daniel Gafford was beforehand. And I was just like, okay, I could work with that. So, you know, we sent him a few pieces, things of the nature, and, you know, we still keep in communication and stuff like that. And, you know, hopefully we can actually get a collab going on real soon, especially, you know, with playoffs coming in. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But, you know, I don't know if he's seen it on TikTok or Instagram or anything, but, you know, or ad, you know, but, you know, it was really like a blessing in disguise and stuff like that. I was happy. I was excited. Like at first when I seen the message, I was like, okay. And then once I started, you know, really just, you know, it was real thorough communication. I was just like, okay, this is going to be really big for us. You know, it's going to be really big for us. So I was just, you know, I was super excited. Now, you know, I got to tell people all the time, you can read out different people, you know. It's different than somebody be like, oh yeah, I'm the LeBron James stylist, and this is like, okay, all right, you know, let's be for real. But yeah, like, you know, even somebody Daniel Gaff, it was just a big blessing. So, you know, definitely shout out to him and shout out to his stylist. A lot of times when people tell you start a brand, you're supposed to have a target audience, but that's something that you have to personally fill out as you continue your business and you grow your business. Your target audience in the beginning of your business is not going to be the same 2 years later. For example, us, when we started in, when the brand started in 2020, our target audience was more so friends and close friends and things of that nature. But 4 years later, you know, we have a target audience of, you know, we got NBA players wearing our stuff and, you know, certain rappers wearing our stuff. So our target audience really just varies. But as far as marketing, we like to appeal to the mass. You know, our stuff is unisex. So, you know, we support males and females wearing it. You know, it's just, we like people with style. We like just the style side of everything. We want people to get our pieces and style them how they want to style them. That's our main thing. If somebody were to ask me, you know, what do they really need to start a brand, I would tell them 3 things that they need. The first thing I would tell them is a plan. How are you going to go about it? What are you planning on selling? How do you plan on selling things? You know, the whole nature. The second thing I would tell a person is passion. I'm big on passion because to think about it, there are going to be some days where you make a lot of money and there are going to be weeks where you don't make anything or you lose money. So you got to definitely have a passion because it's going to be rough. And I've seen a lot of people who started brands and things of that nature, and they, you know, it was hard for them and they realized it was hard. So, you know, having a passion for it is definitely that. Plan, passion, and really just the last thing I would say is probably creativity, being out the box, stepping out the box, doing your own thing. You know, you have a lot of people that mimic things, but if you do your own thing and create your own lane, it'll become easier and you create a better following in a sense of, you know, people liking your stuff. If I know I can get a Supreme shirt for $100 and I see your shirt is similar to Supreme and it's $20, You know, it's gonna be a juggle because see, now you're competing with people who like name brand stuff, and then you got people who you're competing with people who pretty much don't got a name. So it's kind of like, do you want the real thing or you want the fake thing? So if I create my own thing, I don't have to worry about either. So what's up, everybody? This is Gabe, Mr. Trap Luxury. Today I'm just gonna take you through the process of, you know, somewhat of a weekly activities and day-by-day process that we do when it comes to the business. So right here, we got a bulk inventory order for a consignment shop that we usually work with around town. So the main thing that we do when we have consignments, they pretty much hit us up telling us we need XYZ amount of things of a certain product. And what we do is we just pretty much get everything packed up, as you can see now. Tie them up in different sizes like small, extra large, and things like that. We go back to do quality check, make sure we're giving them, you know, the best products. You know, we got pack it up, you know, eventually just close it up and get ready to ship it off. So right here are some orders that we've got already. So when it comes to our packaging and things of that nature, we try to be creative as possible when it comes to those. So as you can see, our packaging is kind of PS2 based. So it kind of adds to the creativity of the brand and adds a spin to it. So these are orders that I pretty much packed last night. So what I like to do the day before I ship them or right before I get them ready to go, I like to just do a quality check. And with a quality check, I make sure that they actually have the product. I also go on my Shopify app where I check to see what the customer order size wise and product wise. So once I check all those off, what we like to include in our packaging are thank you cards, because we really do appreciate our customers. We like to include a business card in there, which also has our QR code, so y'all can stop the video and scan it, and as well as a sticker. Just to add a little diversity to our packaging. So once all that's, you know, ready to go, we just put it in, taking out the package. Yep, now we all good to go. My overall goal of the company, I got many goals of the company. Our first goal is really just to become the biggest brand in Mississippi. I feel like we are, you know, just because I know what we can do, the work we put in, the time we put in, the creativity and things of that nature. But our goal is to really just introduce a different side of fashion. You know, you have brands that thrive off of streetwear such as Supreme, Belong, Bape, and things of the nature. But you also got your luxury brands such as Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada. But we want to be everything right down the middle. But you know, when we do that, we want to be just the biggest luxury street brand that ever came. You know, we want to have a brand for a while. Our kids can thrive off of what we did. You know, we want to create a legacy based off of it.
If it was something I could tell everybody, I would tell everybody, fail. It's okay, like try it. I failed with a clothing brand. I tried photography, didn't like it. I tried rap, didn't like it. I tried videos, didn't like it. There's a bunch of things I tried. I tried breeding dogs at one time, didn't like it. But I know these things are things that I don't want to do anymore. And a lot of those things, I took what I liked out of it and put it towards something else, which is the brand. And I honestly feel like this year is our best year as of now, and we only going up from here. I tell anybody it's okay to fail. You took a risk. You took a risk and applied pressure, basically.
We appreciate everybody that's been with us the whole step of the way. We have people that's been close to the brand since 2020, since it first started. Shout out to Dro. But yeah, you know, we just appreciate everybody's support, whether it's a purchase, whether it's a tag and share, whether they recommending the business. We appreciate everybody. We got so much in store to come. You know, next release gonna be the end of March. We know a lot of people have been hitting us up about it and very excited. Definitely gonna be one of the biggest drop deads we ever had and things of that nature. You know, if you're a youth out there listening, you know, best thing I can really just tell you is, you know, strive for perfection. You know, you're not gonna be perfect, but as long as you strive, and that'll, you know, help you grow as a person. So, you know, we want to see a lot of more youth get out the streets and become entrepreneurs. Hence why we have Feed the Streets.
Blow up, niggas focused, then I'm on that potion. It's hocus pocus, top of disappear, you ain't notice all you niggas bogus. In the beamer, pick